Alright, well, the hearing with Mueller was a big waste of time. This guy seemed completely out of touch and quite incompetent, if I may say so. He does not come off as someone who actually led this investigation. He seemed to be unaware of what was in his own report that had his name on it. It could be said that the person who learned the most about the Mueller report during this hearing was Robert Mueller himself. He was constantly being asked questions to which he had no answer, and the person asking questions would have to inform Mueller that they're pulling information directly out of his report that he seemed to be unaware of. One of the most telling parts of all this was when Mueller was asked about Fusion GPS, and he said he was not familiar with Fusion GPS. I'm wondering how that's even possible. Now, he claims it wasn't in his purview, although it was mentioned in the report as the firm that produced the fake Steele dossier. Fusion GPS just wasn't mentioned by name, that's all, but still, how is that even possible? How do you investigate supposed Russian interference into our election, as was the point of this entire report, and not know what Fusion GPS is? I'm not trying to be insulting, but a 15-year-old kid that spends just 2 hours researching this would likely have had better answers than what Mueller gave yesterday. This all just seems like a gigantic waste of time, energy, resources, money, honestly. And you all paid for it, by the way. Our government seems to be filled with chaotic buffoons. Big surprise there. Now, the only good that came out of this, and yeah, maybe this is slightly cynical of me, was the Democratic Party getting taken out by the knees. But I like seeing political parties crumble apart. It's fun for me. And it's been fun watching MSNBC and the pundits having to painfully admit that this was a disaster. It's fun watching the Democrats fall to pieces after months and months of saying that the Mueller hearing was going to vindicate everything that they've been saying. But obviously that's not what happened. Mueller was just incapable of answering anything with any degree of substance or clarity. I honestly kind of felt bad for the guy. It didn't seem like he wanted to be there at all, nor did it seem like he knew what was going on around him in general. But one other interesting point to bring up is when Democrats are trying to save face and claim Mueller didn't exonerate Trump. Now, a little fun fact, prosecutors don't exonerate people. That's like asking why an executioner didn't pardon someone before they put them to death. That is not their role. Prosecutors have a role of presenting and prosecuting a case and maybe suggesting sentencing, but they don't exonerate people. They cannot claim someone to be innocent. That's not what they're there to do. So it's just disingenuous to suggest that because he hasn't pardoned someone, then they must be guilty. He can't pardon people. But anyway, sort of short one today. This whole thing was just ridiculous, but at the very least it was a decent illustration into how turbulent and insane our government is. That's always nice to know. They're just a den of jackals, it seems. But anyway, like, subscribe, and share this video, and take it easy.